Alright, we're here. First thing I want to say is all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Wakar Kadash. Without him, I wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be here either. This is Father fucking Wrestling. Yeah, I said it. Father fucking Wrestling. And I'm here with your late Impact Wrestling review for August 9th, 2018. I'm a little late here, but I'm here. The last two videos I put out, I got good feedback from it, and I want to thank everybody who had anything to do with that. I appreciate you from the bottom of whatever my brain has, you know, I mean, if it has a bottom. Thank you guys. I'm very sincerely, so glad that you guys, you know, did that for me. I don't even know what to say, but I want to give a special shout out to Andre Corbill and J Bone from Wrestling with Wrestling.com. I want to give A-Track shout out to PW Hustle. I see you, A-Track, shout out. I want to give another shout out to Big Ray Hernandez from OneWrestling.com. If it wasn't for Big Ray Hernandez and Andre Corbill, I wouldn't know what a wrestling podcast was. That's it. I also want to say shout out to my crew, EPS. Shout out to my brothers that's incarcerated. Free Yago, free Lavish. Okay, we're gonna do this. Let's kick it in a little bit. Okay, now we basically start the show off basically with the OGs and LAX in the backstage. They're basically having a fight, and I mean, wow, Hernandez is an animal, man. He's an animal. I want to say that the OGs, they got the best of LAX, but you know, it was early in the segment, so I like the way they started it off. That was action, pure action. I liked it. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next segment. We have Gamasine. He's in, he's in his little feeling, and he introduces the Desi Hit Squad, and they're getting ready to have a match with P.D. Williams and the Bone Soldier, Taichi Ichimori. And I love this match. I love the whole story mode of this match because I like the fact that the fans were really into it. I mean, they were throwing up the too sweet hand gesture, and they were saying too sweet. Copyright infringed that. It was just so wonderful. I love it. I love it. Impact doing a lot of good production. You can tell that camera team is happy. You can see it. But let's get back to the match. You know, it was a lot of back and forth in this match. P.D. Williams hit a Canadian Destroyer. At the end, Taichi Ichimori, he hits his modified DDT for the win. You know, and I'm pretty sure that the Desi Hit Squad is not done with the feud, because you can see in the face of Gamasine that he's not pleased with this. The loss. The next segment we get is basically a nice promo of Pentagon Jr. Basically, you know, putting everybody on notice. You know his thing, Zero Metal. Zero Metal, sorry. Zero Fear. I'm not good with that yet, but I'm getting there. One thing I could say about Pentagon's promo, it reminds me of anime. I watch a lot of anime. I watch Hunter x Hunter. I watch Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super also, you know. A lot of Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, One Piece, you name it. I watch it. I'm a nerd. I love subtitles, especially when it's necessary. And we know of a lot of companies that's professional wrestling entertainment companies that do not do this. And they have all the money to do it right and make it stand out, but they don't do that. And so this is what we have with Impact Wrestling. I love it. I love when a company's back against the wall, is against the wall, and you can see the kind of courage and dedication they have. I mean, I love it. I love Impact Wrestling. Next segment, we go backstage with an interview with Alicia Tout. She approaches Allie and Kara Hogan, and she's basically asking Allie how does she feel about, you know, what's going on with the women's division, the Knockouts division, and Allie basically saying how her along with Kara Hogan, they're gonna take out Su Yung and her undead bridesmaid of honor. Sorry if I said that wrong. And Kara Hogan, well, Allie basically said it's not even about the championship anymore. It's about revenge against Su Yung for what she did to Rosemary. And Kara Hogan basically stated, you know, that Su Young's time is over, and Allie said, no, your time is up. We're going to get to the next segment, which, you know, before the next segment jumps in, which was in the ring, man, I got to say, Don Callis and Josh Matthews is doing a great job, and I love the fact that they have them back ringside. That's where they need to be. I don't mind them doing the green screen thing, but it makes it more official when you're just, you know, just by the ring. Just be by the ring. Trust me. And they're great. I don't even know what to say anymore with this commentary team. Josh Matthews have stepped this game up. He's the GOAT, damn it. He's the GOAT. Okay. Next segment was actually in the ring. Well, it was backstage, but he was basically preparing to go to the ring. We have Eddie Edwards, and he was basically going crazy, you know, doing this crazy Eddie thing, licking the kendo stick and talking in this crazy rant, and he was basically prepping himself and boosting himself up for the Austin Aries match for the Impact Wrestling Championship. And we get the next segment right after that, which is Austin Aries. And I love how they go. They make sense. They don't just jump around. They go from this to that, but it all coordinates into the next segment. Everything works itself out. And at the end of the night, it's like you have a perfect painting. I love it. Austin Aries says Eddie Edwards is unpredictable, and he's basically prepared to do whatever he has to do because it has him worried a little. He's not used to this Eddie Edwards. He used to the prestige Eddie Edwards that carries himself like an Impact champion, a former 4 or 5 time Impact Tag Team champion, X Division title holder, a former grand champion holder. He's used to that Eddie Edwards. He's not used to this Eddie Edwards. And I love it. I love how he just basically put over Eddie Edwards big time. That was awesome. Next segment, we have a backstage segment, which is Grado, and he was basically saying, "Look, I almost beat E.I. Drake. You guys was, fooling around. Are you still fooling around?" And Katrina was like, "Oh, well, Joe Hendrick beat Eli Drake already. He did it on his own. He's going to do it again." Joe Hendrick turns to Grado, starts rubbing his belly and saying, "Well, I know you since we were in kindergarten, and I always protected you, and I'm still going to protect you." And Katrina basically putting over Joe Hendrick, saying, "Let Joe do it." And, Grado, he kills it at the end. This guy is so freaking funny on the mic, man. He just said he wants some macaroni and cheese. I love baked macaroni and cheese. But then the next segment in the ring, we get Alicia Edwards. She had a match with Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard is I gotta say this. I know a couple of people probably to mention it before, but I think I was one of the first to say this. It was in a comment I had left from one of the YouTubers I follow, maybe 2-3 months ago almost, that Tessa Blanchard reminded me of Chyna. And the reason why I said that is because when you look at the way she came in, it's not just her build of her body, it's her attitude, it's her mic skills is on point. I'm not saying that Chyna was the best talker, but Chyna knew how to hit it home when it was time. She knew how to bring out her time. Her timing was on point. Tessa Blanchard has that. And I want to give a special shout out also to my homeboy I Am Zane, because he said it. He said that basically Tessa Blanchard was missing something, and I agree with him. She's missing a faction. She's missing a faction, a group. And I mean, I don't even know what to say about Tessa Blanchard. She's got it, man. I see why WWE was interested in her, but sorry to mention their names, but I'm going to say this. They don't know what they're doing with talent. Anyways, she basically used the power game. She beat Alicia Edwards with arm lock DDT. That was beautiful. Then you get a little backstage package of Scarlett Bordeaux. They just showed a little vision of her, and then they went right on, to Matt Sydal in the back with Alicia Tout saying basically how he didn't lose anything. He still has his third eye open. He's going to keep doing what he does. And then basically the next segment, we get a GWN flashback of the week. It was Chris Sabian versus Petey Williams. This brought back a lot of memories. That was a great match. I'm not even going to lie. This one I actually appreciated. Sometimes, yeah, the GWN flashbacks can be a little iffy. They're never bad. They're just iffy because it never carries on with what's going on in the present. But now you can see as of late, they keep everything a little up to the times. Petey Williams is in a big story mode right now. Chris Sabian is talked about. He has a buzz. Why not? I love that. Then you get, this was probably one of my favorite segments of the night because I can actually see where this can go. You have KM in the back with Falaba. KM's telling Falaba, look, you need to start doing things my way and my way only. And Ba responds by, Ba, you know what? I need to learn Ba. If anybody is teaching classes on Ba, I will pay the money for that. That is a world-renowned language right now. You know, I mean, can't take nothing from Ba. Anyway, they should have this in schools. But Ba responds by saying Ba, you know, and KM's like, well, what you mean you're not gonna listen to me? I should follow you. He's like, Ba. And all of a sudden, you see the smoke show. Scarlett Bordeaux. She walks up right to Falaba. She touches him on the chest. She turns around to KM, touches him on the chest, and she says, hi, boys. And she walks off. And KM's like, wow. And Ba said, bah. And KM said, my thoughts exactly. This was awesome. I can see something with those three. That's what they need. They need a catalyst. They need a chauffeur. KM and Falaba, yeah, a female chauffeur. I would love it. Next segment, you see Scarlett Bordeaux. She goes, yeah. So we basically get Scarlett Bordeaux. She basically is walking through the hallway. She's heading towards the executive's office, and there's already a guy in the office asking. I didn't understand what he was asking for. The executives are like, basically, who the hell do you think you are? Don't come back here, and you can't just come back here and just ask for stuff. So, go, leave, back out. Anyways, Scarlett Bordeaux walks in there, and she's like, hi, boys. And they're like, hi, you know, with their hands out. And it was so amazing. This was so amazing. And she basically said that she wants to do a segment next week called The Smoke Show. And they was like, oh yeah, you can do whatever you want. We're all down for people expanding their minds here at Impact. We love when people come back here and give us FaceTime, you know. So this was an amazing segment, and I can't wait to see next week Thursday exactly what they do with the Smoke Show. I want to see this. Next segment, we go back to the ring. We got Matt Sydal, Pentagon Jr. This crowd was, okay, I want to say something. This probably was the first father-fucking wrestling match of the night that I have ever given. This was the father-fucking wrestling match of the night. Period. The crowd was so much into this match. Matt Sydal, I don't know what to say, but I love Matt Sydal. I remember when they said that he's the next AJ. So I forgot who said that. It might have been Andre. It might have been Andre Corbell. I don't want to be wrong, but This guy is awesome. Matt Seidel is a star. And I know he was in the two W's and the E. I know he was in that company. It's Airborne. And I want to say one more time, they do not know what to do with talent over there. That's why I hope none of the guys that we have now even step anywhere by that company. Because that company is too cookie cutter. It destroys people. That's all I got to say. But this was one of the best matches of the freaking night, man. Period. After Pentagon wins against Matt Seidel, Sami Callihan and OVE shows up right on the TV screen. Sami says somebody getting their goddamn head shaved in the goddamn night. That's it. Somebody up in this goddamn shit right now finna look like me. I ain't finna walk around here looking like a fool by my goddamn self. We're family. We family. I gotta be the only bald head person in the group? We in the group then. We gotta look alike. So, at first he was looking at I think it's Jake Chris and Dave Chris, the two brothers, the OVE brothers. Okay, Dave Chris was automatically saying he's not shaving his hair. Jake was already, he was like, you know what, forget it, man. I'm not gonna, they was arguing at first and he was like, you know what, I got a family, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take one for the team. Sami Callihan looked at Dave Chris and said, you're shaving your head. And Dave Chris was like, I'm not shaving my head. He was like, you always say, down for Ohio, by Ohio, down for Ohio, whatever. Come on, we're a family, you know, so go ahead and do it. And so, Dave Chris got his head shaved. Net excitement. Get Lax, L-A-X. They came out. They came out and, you know, Conan is basically doing his thing. You know, we serious like a late period. All of that, you know. And he was basically calling out the OGs. King came out. He told Conan basically that we're gonna go to the concrete jungle. Listen to me. I know that Kingston was in what was the group that Kingston was in with Bram and James Storm? BBC. I think it was the DDC. No, BBC. No, the DD. Was it the DDC or something like that? But anyways, I'm sorry, guys. But this guy is amazing on the mic. I gotta give it to him. This guy is brilliant. You see how he takes the crowd. I don't give a fuck how his voice sounds. They understand him. He can get the crowd pissed off and they respond to it. I love it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And they basically are going to have a match, I think, next week. And they basically going to do it on the street. They call it the Concrete Jungle, you know. So, Don Callis and Josh Ring is ringside. And you get an Impact Wrestling chant. Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling. You know, y'all know. Jimmy Jacobs' next segment. Oh, sorry. I skipped one. Then we see the next segment. Crazy Eddie is basically going fucking crazy in the back. This guy does Snow Angels. I love it. Nobody else does Snow Angels in professional wrestling. I love how he got away from the wolf theme. And I've been to Eddie Edwards had it. I just kept watching him. You know, I mean, Eddie Edwards, man, I did not like Eddie Edwards before. I can admit that. This guy is awesome. We get to the next segment with Jimmy Jacobs. This is basically a promo, and Jimmy Jacobs is basically pissed off at Johnny Impact because you know he hit him last time he saw him. It says he's a good guy. He was trying to save him. He was trying to help him. It says if you really want the monster next week, you got the monster, but I'm the monster. Next segment, back in the ring, we got Eddie Edwards. I think this is actually the final match of the night, guys. You know, so we got Eddie Edwards versus Austin Aries. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, baby. That was my wife. Yes, I'm married. Anyways, we got Eddie Edwards versus Austin Aries. Austin Aries. They lock up. Austin Aries, he kind of shows off in the ring. They lock up again. Eddie Edwards, he does a fucking belly-to-belly suplex. Eddie Edwards showed his ass in this ring. I know it probably wasn't a lot of views for this show, but man, this episode, for the people who missed it, and then you go and watch Monday Night Raw, and then you're mad at Monday Night Raw, you're doing it to yourselves. No problem. No problem. Belly-to-belly suplex. And then he does Snow Angels in the middle of the ring. Eddie clocks Austin with a nasty forearm. Eddie chops Austin on the outside. A lot of chops in this match. This was Woo City tonight. A lot of drip. A lot of drip. Austin Aries, he knocked Eddie out the ring, went back into the ring, came off the ropes and did a dive right onto the outside of Eddie Edwards. That was awesome. And then we have another chop, this time on the outside from Austin Aries. This match went back and forth. This was probably, and guess what? A lot of WWE fans and biased as just people that don't even know anything about wrestling, but they just want to have something to say. They won't even know this is probably match of the year. This was probably the match of the freaking year, yo. I know you got your G1 specials and all of that, but man, Impact Wrestling is doing it. I mean, it's awesome. Rawsome. Sorry. Woo! Then Eddie ended up hitting Austin Aries with Blue Thunder Power, but oh my gosh. Austin kicks out. Then he hits. Then Eddie Edwards also hits a Tiger Driver on Austin Aries. He kicks out of that. They go back and forth once again. Austin Aries goes for a last chancery. Eddie bites him. Bites his freaking hand. His fingers. Austin Aries picks up Eddie Edwards. And he does a spin-a-rooney, basically. Like, he turns, not a spin-a-rooney, sorry. But he turns Eddie Edwards around, and Eddie's leg, one of his legs, ended up knocking down the referee. This is when it gets good, guys. Alright, follow it. Then we see Eddie hits a DDT on I think it was a float over DDT. I don't know. He hits a DDT on Austin Aries, and that right there, that was the end of the match. That should have been the end of the match. The crowd was counting to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They would just keep going, you know. And the rep was down. And then I think Austin Aries hit Eddie with the low blow, and the ref got hit with the ref had got hit with a freaking kendo stick. Aries hits a low blow on Eddie Edwards, and then Edwards grabbed the kendo stick. See, Eddie Edwards was being basically a savage in this match. That's how he should be booked. I love it. He basically picked up the kendo stick again, and then he went to go hit Austin Aries again. You know? And he was going to, I mean, until you get my boy, Killer effing Father effing Cross. Killer Father fucking Cross. He comes down to the ring. He does a Doomsday Saito suplex to Eddie Edwards. Austin Aries looks at him. Austin Aries goes over. He does his brainbuster DDT to Eddie Edwards, and he wins the match. And now you can see where they were going with Killer Cross, because then the Killer Cross takes out the X symbol and he lies it right over Eddie Edwards, and he stands behind Austin Aries as his diesel, as his big guy. You know what I would do if it was me? I'll throw Tessa Blanchard in there. Woo! And this was an Impact Wrestling review from August 8th. August 9th, 2018. From Father fucking Wrestling. Hit the father fucking button, which is the subscribe button, Then I want you to go up a little bit. And you're going to press up on that fatherfucking bell. And then you're going to go down a little bit on your left hand side of your computer. And you're going to hit that fatherfucking thumbs up. And for all of you haters of Impact Wrestling or indie wrestling companies all over the world, I want you to take that thumbs up button or that thumbs down button. I want you to take that bitch. I want you to shine it up real nice, make it sparkly almost. Then I want you to take that bitch, you turn that bitch sideways, and you stick it straight up your candy asses. Woo! Holla at me.